me. Um, we were there. We were helping with that race, and it was like, oh, it was only near the end that we realized, oh, this is gonna be good. And like we're on, and right now we're on our way. Let's see how the start goes.
These two racers are so good that I imagine that they're going to be going to the same places, same time, doing everything together.
Yeah, I'm not expecting too much variation. They're probably both going to go to. Yep, they're both going to Zelda because item density of what they can do in Zelda better here um, than in Super Metroid and Amona, especially if he needs Morph Ball, the biggest barrier in Super Metroid.
Right, and just money at the island and a map in the sanctuary. So nothing useful yet.
I'm betting that they have to go through Hyrule Castle, that the key is in the Dark Cross, but we'll see when we get there.
Right, and of course, if they wanted to be within logic for that, they'd need the lamp. We'll see what happens. You know, both of these runners can do that entire sequence.
Yeah, they don't really need that stinking lamp, though. We still have to mention it because logic reasons.
Right. And it looks like they're both setting up a Houlihan play here, get some of those rupees they need.
Yeah, because there's more places that money can be because of Super Metroid. They need the money is usually really scarce at the start of Link to the Past. So the Houlihan play, which nets you $225 early on, is really good. Did I say dollars? I meant rupees.
Well, either way, I mean, dollars, rupees. I guess, when you're talking about flying bombs and things like that.
There is that.
And just an arrow upgrade at Link's house. Looks like Strizer is going to go ahead and head up to Hyrule Castle, where Hitaka might be heading over to do the forest.
Yes, the forest, because one of the bushes in front of the Haunted Grove has a good percentage. I think it's like 50% chance of dropping a bomb, as we see right there.
Just speak of the devil, you got your bomb.
Let's see what the sewer has for it. The Uncle Sewer. Nice dodging from Strizer. Piece of heart.
And Hitaka not even going to go check the item, just going to do the race right away. And Strizer picking up a bomb right there. Wow.
We got some Air Jordans here. I guess Uncle is trying to jump around to beat Aghanim. I don't know.
And just the single rupee at the race.
That's a bad blind race.
Yeah, that's the one you don't want to see. And the library is going to have a piece of heart for it.
So boots not required so far this seed.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens up here with the lumberjack. Seems like that's where Strizer's going.
Yes, considering that their second race, the one from last night, a nice tree pull with bombs, they had Fire Rod in the Lumberjack cave. They are going to definitely check this.
Oh, yes. And the spider was giving him arrows, and he got a piece of heart from the back attack.
And just 3 bombs in the Lumberjack, so there's nobody going to Ago one for now.
Yeah, unless we need some kind of backup strats for Dark World, doesn't seem like he's going to be required so far.
Yes, depending on Moon Pearl, a hammer, or both gloves are being trolley items this seed.
Super missiles in the chicken hut.
And regular missiles at the mushroom spots. Interesting, Strizer's not picking it up, but maybe he'll later on. And we got an E-Tank in the Thieves' Den.
That's going to help when you go over to SM.
And missiles in the bottle vendor. Okay, so we have 2 spots left, the Blind's Hut and the Well. Hopefully they'll get some sort of progression, because this is pretty light.
I would call that progression. That was the flute.
Yes, Strizer was pretty much wishing he had the flute last race, because that cost him a little bit of time.
And following the flute, you got some money and a bottle. That is fantastic. So we can check Sick Kid while we're in town.
It's always good to have an early bottle. Ugh. You don't have to come back to Sick Kid later.
And we are about to get the swag duck. Please rise for the Hyrule Anthem.
So far, only add ammo and Blind's Hut. But we have gravity.
Wow, early gravity. That is going to be nice.
Let's see what the Sick Kid has, and it's super missiles.
So far, aside from gravity, Kakariko's not yielding a whole lot. Gravity, flute, I would have expected a little more.
Well, flute does open up a Death Mountain into logic, with the exception of the old man without the lantern.
So ideally, we could get into Norfair from there and check at least the first part of the high jump area.
Yes, indeed, because you need the Morph Ball to get to the rest of the high jump area.
Correct. And you can't kill Kraid yet because, again, Morph Ball, same problem. And some sort of bomb. All right, Hitaka picking up his gravity.
Yeah, so the progression so far is kind of pointing to Metroid, but without the Morph Ball, it's not really helpful.
Could be looking at a vanilla Morph Ball, though. And if that's the case, then the runners might need to go there and check that.
Yes, in Randomizer, the vanilla spots are always the trolliest. You never really expect them to be there.
Hitaka picking up his E-Tank.
And Strizer picking up his super missiles. And to answer a question in chat, Hitaka is ahead with a score of 1-0-1.
I'm sorry, I didn't even see that in the chat. My mistake, Monkey. I didn't mean to sound like I was ignoring you. I was so busy watching the awesomeness on the screen.
Oh, I don't blame you for that.
Every time I see one of these, I'm so worried that I'm going to miss something amazing, like, oh, I don't know, Ice Beam in Meridia, for example.
Yeah, with the randomizer, it's really hard to keep track of everything, but hey, that's what we have chat and the rest of our staff for.
Absolutely. A lot of times, chat will notice things before I even see it. All right, so we're going to get a desert check here.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was a hammer on Desert Ledge.
Indeed it was. That is going to be fun to get. So mirror required for hammer.
Yeah, mirror for sure, because they can use the Meridia, sorry, not Meridia, Lower Norfair portal, but
Or book, right?
Book ideally, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, book, but you know the last seed we just had, book was on Ped.
Ouch.
Yeah, it was great.
Was it a necessary book?
It ended up not being necessary because they had access, but it was one of those fun things where it became a paradox, apparently.
Yes, yes, the text is, this is a paradox? That's like one of the funniest things you can read there.
All right, we're going to get a mini Moldorm cave check here.
Well, Strizer checks the front of escape and getting 20 rupees so far. Yeah, it looks like the Moldorms didn't like Hitaka because they knocked them out of the room. I thought that's only big Moldorm that does that.
Yeah, mini Troll Dorm, big Troll Dorm, doesn't matter. We got Blue Boomerang 20, the Flippers, Missile Pack, and some blueberries.
That's a little bit of nice progression right there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't have enough money to check Zora, but they might just check the area for now. And Hitaka's probably gonna flute to Ice Rod Cave. Yep, that makes that so much faster.
Yeah, if you don't have to walk it.
And Strizer found missiles in the Bloomerang location. Let's see what's in Zelda's cell.
Meanwhile, Taco was able to stun his enemies and had unfettered access to the cave.
Yeah, those crabs are a pain in the butt, and only 10 arrows in Ice Rod Cave. Boo.
Wow, Fighter Sword and Zelda Cell.
That is a great find. Hopefully, for their sake, they don't get the cape or second sword plus the lantern too early.
That would definitely point to an Aga play, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be very painful.
Looks like Strizer might be on his way over here. I thought he was going to head towards the dam, but it looks like he's heading over to... Oh, yeah, he is.
I'm a little surprised he didn't utilize a flute. Oh, we got
Exactly.
a map check.
Wow, too fast for me. I'll have to catch the restream.
It was vanilla green pendant, Eastern, red crystal, desert, and a regular crystal at Hera.
So that's interesting. So Eastern not necessarily required, but might be nice to have that extra item to turn in.
Yeah, and it's very convenient as well. It's very close to Sahasrara, so it would be a nice find.
Yeah, so Hitaka is going to go ahead and check escape as well. Pick up a little extra cash on the...
I wonder once he finds this sword, because Strizer skipped out on it, if he's going to check Dark Cross. Unless he was item counting, it turns out it's probably just the key.
Well, he just picked up his high jump boots, so that might even end up being a Metroid play to go see where that morph ball is.
That is true. Mind you, that there is still a lot of checks they can do in Link to the Past before they've exhausted going into Super Metroid.
Yeah. And Strizer picking up his flippers.
So I found it a little interesting that Hitaka didn't check the waterfall ferry since he had the flippers. So I'm wondering Strizer is gonna do that.
He's possibly be waiting to get up to the 500, just kind of time save while he's up in the neighborhood. You know, if you're going to check a waterfall ferry, might as well check Zora while you're up there.
Yeah, that is true. That's what I was also thinking, but you never know. Maybe you'll find both orbs in there. Wait, I shouldn't be saying that word.
Orb. But either way, I think Hitaka is going to be quite pleased getting to Zelda Cell.
I just kind of wonder what Strizer was doing. I was wondering if he was like farming for money or something, because he was going after the crabs.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he is, because he went right back to here where he can check under the bridge. But he might be looking at making a Zora play after that. But he definitely needs 100 more rupees.
Unfortunately, the hobo doesn't provide that. I think it was missiles or some sort of ammo that he dropped.
Was it a heart piece? I don't remember.
It was nothing worth noting, really.
Yeah, just finding a little bit of love underneath the bridge. But Strizer seems like checking for the map, seeing where to go next.
He's fluting away, and he's going to eastern area.
I think that's a great play. You're there, like you said earlier, it's a quick turn in, and Hitaka getting his sword.
Taka seemed to be debating whether to death warp to the beginning of Hyrule Castle, but decided not to.
Might have just been in the interest of time. Sometimes it's faster to just walk there.
Maybe. I thought this walk was a little slower. Oh, we got Shovel at Sahasa's closet, but nothing else of note. Oh, I see. Now he's getting the money for Zora.
That's really smart. I wouldn't have thought to do that.
Yeah, it was pretty much a lot more in his mind since he did it just before going into that triple before going into the escape. So this is really good strategy by Hitaka.
Yeah, and we're going to get a check at the waterfall ferry and see what 2 items we've got here. Wow, power glove and 20 rupees.
Okay, so that early waterfall play was that I thought of was actually a good idea.
Yeah, that definitely would have yielded some great results. And we're 1 step away from E-Tank on the waterfall ledge there, or the Zora ledge. But yeah, and then we're just 1 more mid away, aren't we? So if we get Moon Pearl up here, that would be something.
Moon Pearl or another mid, yeah. But it's just another scamfish. Bleh.
Master of bad deals. Hitaka is going to go ahead and pick up that E-Tank, which is a good thing. Whoa, did you see that on Strizer's screen?
Yeah, I think Strizer's gonna reflect upon that item a lot.
It's very good to look deep into this sort of thing.
Oh yeah, and that was actually the mirror as well as the flute were the 2 things that kind of threw Strizer off in the last seed because when he went to Mario the first time, he didn't have mirror to check desert, and they had to check Meyer via the Lower Norfair portal, and that cost some time because Hitaka had it. It was able to get the flute from desert.
Wow, speed booster in escape.
Speed booster and a couple of missiles. Wow, that is a lot of pointing to Super Metroid, but they really want that morph ball first.
Yeah, I agree with you. As much as I would love to see them dip into Metroid right now, there's just no way they can get very much. However, the speed booster is a logical way to hit Terminator. So that's 1 more item that they can check.
1, maybe 2? No, just 1. Never mind. Because I can't remember if Gauntlet would be part of it. I mean, just the front part of Gauntlet.
Not unless you can do the wraparound door with the wave beam, I think. And the old man just holding on to a reserve tank. No wonder why he was lost.
Yeah, that's not gonna help him unless that because that reserve tank, despite being futuristic, doesn't really glow, does it?
It sure doesn't. Just some arrows on the top of Spectacle Rock, and Strizer finding some super missiles in the big chest at Eastern.
Yep, good. Another ammo pickup for him. Just checking the restream quickly. Okay, so Armos only has the compass left, so he already got all 3 items from Eastern. Whether they'll decide on going after the green pendant once they get the bow, that's a different matter.
And Hitaka's given us a quick check at Crockmire Escape and going into the high jump. That was a great quick kill of that door lock, if you will.
Meanwhile, Strizer takes a little digging, and he digs up a book. Nice.
That is nice. Now he can check some of those places like PED and make sure that all the pendants are not required, or if they are.
Or he's gonna do the best play he's gonna think of and go to desert right now, because that book is calling to. Not book. That hammer is calling to him right now.
Oh, absolutely! It speaks his name. Strizer, come get me! Come get me!
And Hitaka is making the Sahasrara play. He'll get a shovel, which will net him that book if he remembers, because it took him a while to get the shovel, to do the shovel spot in the previous. But whether he'll go into Easter, that's my next question. Oh, never mind.
Oh, straight into Metroid, but we don't have the Morph Ball yet. I mean, those power bombs he just got are completely useless without it.
He may be checking those few spots in Blue Bryn, maybe doing a little bit too much meta-ing. Is that a word?
Yeah, I think we can make up words. We're in charge of what goes on here. Now all we have to do is hope that there's nothing vital to the completion of this dungeon up on that torch.
So Taka's skipping Blue Bryn for now.
That's an interesting play. I don't know if maybe just see. Oh, okay.
So Terminator only had missiles, but I wonder what else he can find here. Meanwhile, Strizer's hoping for the big key here.
Wow, spring ball sitting there, but unless you can quick in and quick out, they're not going to be able to get that very easy.
Yeah, most runners I've seen that do that save beforehand just so they don't soft lock. Okay, I know this game has its glitches, but it's the first time I've seen a double heart container glitch or item glitch there.
Yeah, when he was just getting ready to get into Brinstar there, he actually ended up having another one of those types of echo.
I guess that I didn't realize that item was made by Time Lord, so okay.
And yeah,
on right now.
But he did find the moon. You know what? That's got to be what it is. The warpage of the space time continuum is too much for Pink Brinstar. The moon pearl.
Yes, indeed.
Strizer about to get this hammer.
Yep, he's that one item away from Dark World access. He just has to go through Green Bryn. He's also probably wishing he went to Waterfall like right now, because then he could have beaten Landwallas at the same time.
Yeah, and he is absolutely heading that way. I think with Hitaka, I think we're going to see the Blue Bryn play now as he works his way back up.
Well, I guess this makes a bit of sense because when you're closer to Blue Bryn, you'll go up to the portal. It'll be closer to the Criteria portal.
Right, and then you can just go back into Zelda from there. Yep, it makes perfectly good routing sense.
Hitaka slightly forgetting he need that speed booster. What the brother?
A lot of artifacts, huh?
We're gonna be very perturbed of this seed on Hitaka's side.
All right, so he went through, decided maybe he could check Blue Bryn, and then came back through?
He's using the portal to do the automatic save.
Oh, that's very smart. That way, if he finds nothing of value, he can just reset from here.
Exactly. So let's see if Strizer decides. Oh, he's gonna check back escape. Then maybe he'll decide to go up to Death Mountain and then afterwards finish off.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what, he's going to have to finish off Desert Palace because it's required, but it's just going to be a question of when he does it.
And from what I can tell, I think there was an item on Landmola, so he's gonna definitely go for that. Oh yeah, no fire source. I'm being dumb.
Ooh, half magic. Oh, not going to get it though. So Hitaka deciding to reset and not pick up half magic at this time might be something that's routed in later when he gets access to the Billy Mays room.
Yeah, I can see that happening because a lot of these runners they do the meme route via blue from pink to blue Bryn, or sorry, Green Hill Zone to blue Bryn.
Yeah, and that'll probably work out later. But there was nothing vital in that area, so it makes sense. Yeah, as Andy's pointing out, he has no magic items anyway, so it doesn't matter if he has the half magic now. That is definitely a later thing.
And looks like Hitaka's doing the Eastern play, so he's gonna get his mirror soon.
That's actually a really good idea. Even though he doesn't know the mirror is here, he's going to be very happy that he came in this way.
Yep, and he will be able to get his hammer from Desert, and then like Strizer, he's gonna be able to check East Death Mountain.
Yeah, exactly. Morph could be anywhere. I was looking at the chat. So, there's a few places that it can't be. Obviously, it can't be locked behind itself. But at this point, it could be a lot of places in Zelda now that we're going to have Dark World access.
Oh yeah, yes indeed, because like you could find a thieves' hut, thieves' town. You can find it in any dungeon with that Moon Pearl access.
Right, exactly. I mean, it could be sitting right there on Pyramid Ledge for all we know. Because the hammer easily gets you access that way. And Taka's got his mirror.
So we got a swag net on the Ether tab. Strizer had to do a double take.
Yeah. Probably won't be getting that, though, given that they already have a sword.
Well, it's a decent safety item if you want to use it for your bottles, but yeah, I don't really expect them to go out their way to get it.
And both runners not getting the skeleton spawn in the Eastern Palace. It's an interesting one. It's hard to pull off.
Yeah, it's deceptively hard. It could just be nerves. I mean, this is game 3 of what was supposed to be a three game set, but it turned to a 4-game set.
Yeah, you've definitely got to be feeling the pressure now, knowing that you're matched against a runner that's relatively equal.
Yes, indeed. So we already had our first item from Hera, plus the big key wasn't in its vanilla spots. So they're hoping that Strider's hoping that he doesn't have to doesn't have to come back with the fire source just to get that last item. And unfortunately, we got a map in the big chest.
Yeah, that's not what you want to see there. No matter what, you still have to beat Moldorm, but knowing that you have to come back here with either the fire rod or the lamp later, that's not a good spot to.
So let's see how Strizer's Moldorm fight goes. This Moldorm actually cost him a bit of time in the first race because he was actually complaining at the interview about his 3 Moldorm falls.
Oh my goodness, 3.
Yep, 2 on Moldorm 1 and 1 in Moldorm 2. But the hammer, not a problem. Gets him all 3 shots in. And he gets a heart piece, so no cutscene chest for any runner today. And Strizer gets the first crystal, first boss down in the match.
All right, and that puts him in a pretty good spot, but he's still got to come back. And Hitaka spamming the mirror.
I guess he likes to see his reflection a lot.
Oh wow, a great fairy pickup. Now, if I remember correctly, those 4, the cardinal directions of those flowers, have a very high percentage of dropping a.
I can't remember which ones, but yes, there is a pretty high percentage for fairy there. And get your resident sleepers in chat, cause we got the slow spiral cave.
Looks like Hitaka is going to go ahead and make the Tower of Hera play at this point, and he's going to find the same problem. Now, how trolly would it be if the lamp is here?
Well, that item is kind of troll since it's not something you want.
No, the Lagarang is definitely not something you want to have.
So with the Strizer heading up to Paradox Cave, so named because the up and down looks really weird when you think about it logically in this map. So yeah.
Right, you have to go in, then go down, but you go up.
So you got 3 bombs and 5 flying bombs so far.
The red boomerang lags because of its particles. I would imagine it's the sparkles.
Yes, indeed. Also the silver arrows have that same sparkly effect that nobody really likes. Okay, so rest of Paradox Cave, we got Grapple Beam, we got a Heart Container, and Big 20, Super Missiles, and regular missiles. Ooh. Grapple?
What does the grapple mean for him? I mean, he's got gravity, he's got grapple. Still no morph ball. So he's not thinking right now about a Meridia play, but you've got what you.
Well, he's gonna check Upper and Norfair first and see that he doesn't have much of a choice in the matter. Ooh, Hitaka nearly getting dropped by Moldorm, but he takes him down very quickly with the fighter sword.
Yeah, that was a really good match, but he was so close to the edge. And that's a crystal down for Hitaka. So Strizer's making these checks that we already know Hitaka's seen them. So Hitaka's probably going to come over here to Desert.
Yep, finally getting his hammer.
Right, and because he's got the glove, he can actually go ahead and full clear.
Actually, no. As the same mistake I made in chat, neither of them have a fire source.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, because you need... Yeah, there you go.
So Strizer doing the hard reset, deciding to go to Super Metroid. After that, save and quit. Is he gonna go down and check Blue Bryn first, or is he gonna go to... Nope, he's going to Pink Bryn, sort of, kind of, Goop Spark.
Yeah, you'll get there.
Shine sparks are hard.
They are, especially the lateral ones. Like diagonal and vertical, pretty much automatic, depending on what keys, what buttons you press. But as far as those lateral ones go, I always have the hardest.
Honestly, I've always had issues with doing the Shine Sparks as a kid, so it wasn't fun doing like certain things like escape or whatever.
Oh, and we're just running out of energy, just barely, on his Shine Spark Hitaka. I see what he was trying to do there. Check the front of Gauntlet. I know this play. It's an interesting one, and it is in logic. What you do is you clear out all the access to the door, open the door, recharge your energy, and then come back through and do the exact same thing again and go all the way through.
Would he have enough energy to pull that off? Because
it might. Oh, you know what? He might. He's going to have to manual his reserve tank halfway through his Shine Spark. But yes, he could do it.
Yeah, because that seems like a lot of effort to go through that. I kind of wonder if he should just, instead of doing a Shine Spark up there, oh wait, you have to. Never mind.
Yeah, you do. There it is. Now he's going to go ahead and, yep. I think he's going to be able to do it. It's going to be just barely. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Go ahead.
But still a great check out of the way, and now it's not on your mind anymore.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if that's part of the logic or not.
It's logic to get it, but not necessarily to get out. So I don't know how that works in terms of what the game thinks is logic, because you do have access to it.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't. You know what? He wouldn't be able to get out because no morph ball.
Right. But still, it was great to see that.
Sorry. Hitaka, remembering from last game not to forget the shovel, is going to get his book from the dig spot and gonna go back to Desert.
So now he'll be able to get a little farther into Desert, but I don't think we're going to see any different items that Strizer wasn't able to get.
No, he's gonna get his hammer and then head straight to Dark World. Whether he goes from the CAC portal or just above, or the Link's house portal, that's a different matter.
So really, we might be looking at a Village of Outcast Thieves Town for finding the necessary Metroid.
Yes, somehow the thieves stole pull a futuristic orb. Okay.
Orbs are so attractive. They're shiny.
So we got Hype Cave coming up on Strizer side. Oh, we got the map check. Pendants at Meyer and Pod. And the red crystals at TR.
Well, that's good to know that Meyer is not necessarily required.
Then again, we did have a necessary item in Eastern, which was the green pendant.
That's also true. And last seed we were playing, we ended up having access to Turtle Rock as the Ether Medallion and Swamp, which was a pin.
Ouch.
There it is, Hype Cave.
Yeah, I call that at least the 6 or 7 in hype because that's Screw Attack and Morph Ball. This Morph Ball especially is really necessary, but Screw Attack is such a great quality of life item for Super Metroid.
Yeah, and with both of those put together now, that gives us so much access because we do have, I think, 15 power bombs on Strizer's side. So that's going to be a lot of access for him. That's right. I think all of Meridia is accessible now. And Stumpy has the blue bottle.
And with Strizer checking, Cave 45 or the Haunted Grove Cave, do you notice that both Eastern and Pod are pendant?
Yeah, it's an interesting reflection on the overworld / dark world. Kind of has nice symmetry. I do like that.
More importantly, there's actually been a recently discovered minor glitch where you don't actually need the bow to get to the top of Gadon's Tower.
That's right. Aussie showed us that in the very last seed today that we just did. Even though it was unnecessary, he had bow, he showed it to us for the mimics, taking the red mimic straight off the screen. It was impressive.
Yes, very impressive. And the reason why we say this for only Pod and Eastern is because bow are hard lock required. Well, not really hard lock, but just required to beat those dungeons because of certain, whether it be a certain item. Ooh, Varia.
Wow. Yes, Varia at the dig game.
Okay.
Yeah, there's our Norfair access.
That's a very close. That's nearly go mode in Super Metroid. I would like to say like 95% go mode.
Yeah, I think what are we just missing now? Super missiles, getting enough of those.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Pedestal hypes in chat, please. Let's see what Hitaka sees. It's just a piece. It's just a full heart. Never mind.
Yeah, that particular one, full heart container. Don't think he's going to need all the pendants for that. Might be looking at a Village of Outcast play here by Strizer.
By both of them, actually.
Oh, nice.
So we got a little bit of a sync and a cross-world high five just now. But looks like Hitaka's going to Skull Woods, but Strizer's going to opt to head into us first.
Yeah, I actually do like the Village of Outcast Thieves Town better, if only because of the item density. You only have 2 items that you can get up there in the Skull Wood.
Yeah, especially if it's not the Fire Rod, then you can't really complete this dungeon.
Although a sword upgrade is kind of nice.
Yeah, especially against the infinitely stronger Dark World. Well, not infinitely, but like way too strong Dark World enemies.
Oh, absolutely. I would definitely say exponentially in this case. But yeah, I've always found that the Dark World enemies were far too powerful. Check the Sea House from Strizer, see what we've got in here.
Nothing and really of note in the village of Valkyros proper. Mostly ammo and other quality of life items for Super Metroid, but nothing for Link to the Past. And we got a bottle at Bumper Cave. I don't think anybody's going to be going after that.
No. And Strizer entering Thieves Town, so we'll see if there's anything good here. Now, you definitely have to get a big key before you can go further in this, so you'll always have that at least in the front. And since we've already got a compass found, that's just lowering the item density here. There's the big key.
So with this item layout, the Thieves Town is full clearable.
Yes. Yeah, it would have to be. So Hitaka going into the chest game, going to pick up his E-Tank.
Meanwhile, Strizer finds a piece of heart and 5 arrow upgrade.
So not really feeling the Thieves Town, but it is a required dungeon.
So after Thieves Town, what do you think they're gonna do first? A full clearable Swamp Palace, or head straight back into Super Metroid?
Well, the problem is without finding the hook shot, Swamp Palace, you can only go so far. So I don't know if they would go there. The other thing is that if we go to Metroid, like you said, we've got almost everything we need to make some significant progress. So I might be the type of person that would go into Metroid and see how much I could get through.
Yeah, I just completely forgot about hookshot. So yeah, that Super Metroid play is gonna be so much better.
The only negative against the Super Metroid play is I don't think we found a whole lot of energy tanks. But with having both suits, things aren't going to hit us.
I think they're up to NMG number of energy tanks. Plus, they had just found the powder in the top of Thieves Town.
Yeah, speaking of quality of life items, there's one.
Yeah,
And that also gives us the bat, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. They can just mirror out in front of the dark side smiths and then hammer down and take a look at the Mad Bat.
Although I am suspicious, finding the powder in Thieves Town, you go down to Mad Batter, which is real close there. I bet there's going to be more progression locked behind the Mad Batter.
Well, he has to curse you with something. It better be something good.
Right? Because we know he can't curse us with half magic today. So Strizer about to pick up the Blind Maiden.
Yep, taking her on a blind date through Thieves Town.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you follow a bunny rabbit too?
Well, unless your name is Alice, I'm not sure if you really want to.
Wow, there's a reference. The maiden following the rabbit through a crazy dungeon. Off with her head.
I didn't expect to extend that pun, but yeah.
Couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I'll probably be fired for that.
No, I love puns. I make a ton of them. So incoming blind fight. And doesn't matter which weapon you use, blind it dies to any 9 hits. So it's a pretty scripted fight as long as you know the script, especially with the sword or the cane of Burna. It's pretty quick that way.
Yeah, the hardest part is just avoiding the occasional fireballs and maybe a laser once in a while. And
Yes.
Strizer makes it look easy.
Yes, very easy. Unlike, say, inverted mode blind with only 4 hearts and a hammer. Ugh.
Oh, that sounds brutal.
It was. I had to track or commentate a match that had that, and one runner was there for quite a while.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, it does look like Strizer's heading over the Mad Batter check.
Hitaka because he got the Master Sword using the sword beams, that makes it even easier. Can take blind down a distance and takes down blind very quickly.
And that's 2 crystals for both runners.
And Mad Bat only had more flying bombs.
But they're powerful flying bombs.
So Strizer's gonna skip out on that Master Sword in Skull Woods for the time being. Not that's a bad idea since, well, Super Metroid, lots of items. Probably gonna go right to Wreck Ship. Oh, never mind. He's gonna check the top.
Yeah, with having Morph and Power Bombs now, this item becomes checkable here. So we'll see what's in.
And to answer a question in chat, as our tracker mentioned, Varya had the Dig Game and Morph Ball was at Hype Cave.
We had some Power Bombs over here.
I believe that's vanilla. I could
It
be
is. No, it is vanilla. You're right. And going straight into Gauntlet. With Screw Attack, this shouldn't take long.
Unfortunately, Strizer is going to be disappointed about the initial item, though he might just pick it up regardless.
Yeah, I think because we don't have Morph Bombs yet, it makes sense to collect all the Power Bombs in your path.
And just noticing his ammo count, he has a lot of supers and a lot of regular missiles. Not enough to beat Mother Brain, but quite a good count so far.
Definitely has enough to beat Ridley, whereas 30 super missiles are all that's required to beat the Flying Beast of Mayhem. And Quake Medallion and Cane of Samaria for Strizer. Wow.
That is a gauntlet for sure.
Yeah, sure. We should call this Hype Gauntlet. And Hitaka, yep, go ahead, sorry.
Hitaka gaining his Varia. Strizer, in the meanwhile, is he going to Wreck Ship now? Or is he going down to Blueprint?
You know, I don't know. I think the hard part of this is that he has so much available, it's going to be a question of routing. So he might be coming down here to the Bomb Chorizo just to see what would my routing be to give him that extra. And X-ray scope.
That's nice. That's 1/3 of the way to the microwave. Sorry. Yeah, microwave.
No, you're right. Yeah. And then what do you need? Charge and plasma, I think?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Getting out of Alcatraz just fine there. Yeah, it looks like you're right. He's going to check the Omega missiles and then probably work his way down into Blue Bryn.
And maybe take the meme route into Pink Bryn.
That would actually be a good call. Wow, Quake and then Ether, right? Back to back like that. That's great. I mean, we don't know what we need so far, but still.
Yep, we're 67% of the way to finding out which pendant which medallion we need for our Turtle Rock.
In the meantime, Hitaka is going to go over here and check Bombo's tablet.
And actually pick up the item since he has Master Sword.
Heard about that. And it's the hook shot.
Okay, that points to Swamp for him since he's in the area.
And you know what? I think he'd be crazy not to go to Swamp at this point. So we might see Strizer stick around in Super Metroid for a while, whereas Hitaka might be a little late to the game.
Has he checked Hype Cave? Oh, Hype Cave yet? I don't think he did.
I didn't see if he did or not.
Because I don't see Morphball on his tracker, so I'm assuming that's a no.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he did check out Hype Cave yet. He might be doing that after he checks out Swamp, which could actually prove to be beneficial because now he's going to have one more pendant dungeon down, or not pendant, crystal dungeon down, excuse me, and then he would go into Metroid, and that could potentially set him apart, especially if he found something down here like Titan's Mitt.
That is true, and our tracker confirms that that he hasn't done Hype Cave yet. So it looks like I'm right about Strize, what Strize is going to be doing, because he went right straight after getting down, going down that elevator. So he's going to follow the meme route afterwards.
Yeah, and I like that play. That's actually a really good thing to do.
Yeah, it's very good routing. You don't have to double check a couple items. Also, Hitaka getting the big key very early so he can check in Swamp Palace, so he can check the big chest on his way and not have to worry about going to the left side for now.
Right, and Strizer now picking up his half magic and heading up to the Billy Mays room, which is something we were saying that he would do.
Oh yes, indeed, Billy Mays room. So named because you see when I went there, but wait, there's more. But it's just ammo. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean it's not as good as Flex Tape or something like that.
Did he promote Flex Tape, or was that?
He sure didn't. I just couldn't think of something that he had promoted recently.
Well, he can't really promote anything recently since he's dead.
Yeah, there is that. You know, having died back in what 2009.
Yeah, quite a few years ago.
Poor Billy Mays.
So both runners getting a little bit more ammo so far. Looks like Hitaka's going left side immediately. I kind of find that interesting since he hasn't found any dungeon items besides the big key, if I'm right.
Well, I don't know. I think it's a good idea, if only because now it gets it off his mind. But you're right. It does seem odd because he hasn't really found those dungeon items, so they might be over here. Might just be easier to kill Argus first and then find out what items are left over.
Yeah, that's interesting. Strider in the meantime goes to water, finds only super missiles. Only finds super missiles. Waterway being the only place where speed booster is required, but you can't like pre-check it.
Right, exactly. And now, I mean, he's got so many super missiles. I think he needs a little bit more energy because I think what's the minimum from Other Brain is 4 tanks, right?
Yeah, minimum is actually 3. I've seen a few NMG runs where it's only 3 tanks, but it's better to have 4 just for the safety.
Right, and just a heart piece for the Spore Spawn escape.
So far, besides the Moon Pro, there's not much in Pink Bryn so far. We'll see with Wavegate and Wavegate and see what's there.
Now he has high jump boots. You don't have to get in the door frame to do that one.
Yeah, that'll make the Wavegate glitch significantly easier since you don't have to turn around. But it only
True.
has a hard pace, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe lower, or sorry, upper and lower Norfair will yield. Or he's going to go into Green Bryn.
Did he check the Mission Impossible room? I didn't see that.
I don't know. I don't think he went over there. Or he did it so fast we didn't see it. Get a little Etakun play here. And just some missiles up top here. And the fire rod. Wow.
Wow. Oh boy. That was the lumberjack I know from last seed. So to see it there in a regular spot is good. And we got another fetch quest item. We got the mushroom.
Oh, excellent.
On Hitaka's side, excuse me.
Well, then we're going to go ahead and see what the witch has for us at some point. And not getting the short mock ball out of the Etakun area, that one is a hard one to do.
Yeah, you need quite a fair bit of space to pull it off. It only saves like, what, 3 seconds maybe?
Oh, yeah. The way I would run it probably saves infinite amounts of time. And getting the best item in the game, Spring Ball.
Spring Ball! Oh, wait, that's copyrighted. Never mind.
Is it now? No. Oh, and doing a swag mock ball. Not necessary because speed boost. Just doing it to show us that you can.
He probably just wants to validate himself after that miscue on the previous one.
Saying, see, I really can do mock ball. Oh, and back. Okay.
Though he's not checking the item on top. Did he check it already, or am I missing something? Oh, wait, he did. He did in the first.
Yeah, he was down here earlier.
Meanwhile, Hitaka takes down Argus and finishes Swamp Palace. So let's see if his next play is probably going to be a Super Metroid. And let's see what the rest of Pink Brinstar has for us.
Yeah, here's the play you were asking about earlier.
So Pink Brand only really had the Moon Pearl as for progression.
Right, and with Hitaka now going into Hype Cave, we're going to go ahead and get the Screw Attack and Morph Ball on his side.
Yeah, I'm expecting a full-on save and quit and then hard reset.
Absolutely, I'd be surprised if it was anything else.
I mean, he could check Pod, the Pyramid Ledge, and Catfish, but no, he's going to do what we said.
Yeah, and I think it is the smart play. You have everything you need to go ahead and just full clear Metroid, so you might as well go in there and see what the items are. And we're getting a Climb Up Red Tower from Strizer.
Yep, Red Tower, check the Alpha Power Bombs, and then head right into Wrecked Ship.
Wow, great D boost to get through that room. And Hitaka picking up Vanilla Power Bombs.
With alpha power bombs yielding first 50 rupees and 5 arrow capacity.
Wow, so even Red Tower not giving us a whole lot, huh?
Nope, there's only X-ray room. Oh wait, there's the flower room plus the X-ray after this.
Right, right. But still, yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. Commentary Curse says there's nothing up here, and then next thing you know, Ice Rod or something like that.
Hitaka gonna be getting his Quake Medallion and Red Cane.
I bet he's all smiles over there. You always like it when you do a gauntlet that pays off. And Strizer continuing up, we might get that wreck ship play you were talking about.
It's the logical course at this point since it's on the way. Big 20 in the moat, not gonna get that.
Yeah, money is of no shortage in this seat, is it?
And to answer your question, chat, no, we have not seen the bow.
Yeah, we haven't seen Bow, we haven't seen Titan's Mitt, Ice Rod, none of those items.
No lantern either, but they're not gonna worry about it.
Yeah, all the dark rooms, I don't think they're going to really need to get into. We're not seeing this as an Aghanim seed. We're not seeing them needing to go into Pod or Eastern, so they probably won't do any of that. And they've already both done Death Mount.
Well, they did go into Eastern. They just don't. They may not have to do Armos.
Oh, right. Yeah, they probably won't have to do the Armos Knights. But yeah, you're right. They did dip Eastern, didn't they?
Yep, that's where they got their mirror.
Such an easy thing to forget.
Well, it's an hour and 7 minutes into this seed, so yeah, there's a lot to take in.
And I still think Fantoon looks like the ghost of Argus. I don't care what anybody says.
So, a reincarnated ghost of Argus?
Yeah, he's here to get his revenge.
So he turned from a squid to an elephant?
Okay, yeah, maybe not. Okay, it's the one-eyed big head thing.
Mind you, I always thought that Fantoon looked like a squid, but everybody kept calling him an elephant because of his roar.
Yeah, absolutely.
To answer a comment in chat, Desert is actually not boots locked. They just don't have, well, until now, they didn't have fire access to get to Landmo.
Right, now both of them have the fire rod, so they can easily go ahead and go clear it. But I have a feeling, it's just personal feeling, I think they're going to stay in Metroid for a while.
Yeah, they got like how many item checks? Nearly 100? Something like that?
Oh, easily, yeah. It's pretty much all the rest of Metroid at this point. But as you pointed out, Pink Brinstar didn't really have much except for that Moon Pearl, which they both had. Great Fantoon fight on 4 energy tanks.
Yeah, still near full health. That's pretty good. That was a very good Fantoon fight.
So we'll see what all the mysterious items are in the wrecked ship.
Starting with, I believe it's a missile room or a super missile room originally.
Yeah, I think in vanilla it is. This is going to be so much easier having the screw attack here. And Spring Ball, of course. How can you forget about the best item in the game?
Well, it's hard when you don't always have it. So 10 arrows first, and a piece of heart next.
Now, it surprised me he's going to pick that up. But I guess, yes, it makes sense because you don't know how much life you're going to end up with in Zelda, so every little bit's going to...
Also, not saving before going to the spiky room of death.
Okay, well, very confident in his ability to complete it and that the item might be something good.
Plus, he has gravity and grapple, so it's not going to be as troublesome. Gravity, grapple, and high jump boots, because it's not going to be as troublesome as without.
No. Yeah. It's a real quick in and out. But just bombs.
Yeah, because technically, if you have those items, it's faster to just do this route instead of doing the save and quit.
Sure, that makes sense. So ideally, you want to find charge, ice, and plasma at some point here and wave. But I don't know if you're going to find them here.
Yeah, for all we know, it's in the other two pendant dungeons.
That's so mean. If that ends up being the case, then I'm going to tell him you said it.
Fair enough. But these are very experienced runners. I don't think they're going to care too much if they don't get those beams.
No, and certainly if they have enough power bombs, they'll be able to clear all the Metroids out without them. That was a great Shine Spark to take care of this attic room. That was nice.
Yeah, one of the main strats that NMG runners they use, I believe. Lining them up is a bit of a problem, though.
Yeah, I mean, that, again, with the doing the lateral Shine Spark. And Hitaka picking up half magic and heading to the Billy Mays room over there, while Strizer's picking up a heart container.
So ceiling has 20 rupees.
Titans!
He's become a really good baseball pitcher, because that was the Golden Glove.
Yeah, the required item to throw big rocks. So that's actually really a good find, because that would be one of those items that I would be worried about as I started completing that.
It's kind of a double-edged sword, because now it opens up all of like the rest of Dark World. Sometimes you want to have that as the last item.
Oh, because then you know, oh, I don't have to go to Zelda to get anything else. But here's the thing. Really, he doesn't have to go to Zelda to get anything else. Maybe Space Jump might be something that would be hiding in Zelda. But really, that's about it.
Yeah, space jump in a pendant dungeon, and then you find out that the only space jump locked item has a required progression.
Oh, that's so mean. But you know what? Totally within the realm of possibility in this scene.
Yeah, I try to find the trolliest ways for these runners.
Wow, and a vanilla reserve tank, isn't it?
Yep, I believe that's vanilla. I'm kind of surprised he's picking it up, but you know what? 4 energy tanks is not fun.
Yeah, I think I would pick it up as well, just to have that extra buffer. And supers at gravity. Wow, wow.
So Wreck ship, the only thing stacked about it was the mitts. Otherwise, I'd give that about a 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that it's required place with Fantoon, there's really no reason to go there except the Titans. But that's such a huge item. I agree with you with the 5 or 6. So he's going to go down, obviously, now Red Tower. You think he's going to do Kraid and then swing past to do Norfair, or do you think he's going to take a dip in Meridia?
That's a good question. Which one would have faster routing? You can also add in a quick check of East Dark Death Mountain as well.
That's true.
And maybe like take a look and see what medallion is at Turtle Rock, because you don't know if that's gonna be bombos.
Yeah, that's right. Because if it ends up being Bombos, we don't have that one yet.
Yeah, and medallions can be anywhere except their own dungeons. That's usually a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, imagine trying to find it. And Taka looking like we're going for a wreck ship play here. Going to be happy to find the Titans mint. Not much else.
Mind you, he does have a lot more items than Strizer, namely the hook shot, which is very necessary for them.
Absolutely. Given that you have to full clear a swamp at some point.
And if you're not good at bomb jumps or hovering, Gadon's Tower.
Yeah, actually, yes. That is, those bomb jumps are kind of hard to do, at least for people of my skill level.
Same. I don't actually speedrun myself, so I can't really say when was the last time I played either game. It has been so long, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, when I do one of these, it takes 10 plus hours for me. I can't imagine how these runners do it. They're so skilled. So definitely, give these guys a follow when you get a chance, because you see some most amazing strats. And if you are interested in running these games, you could learn so much from them.
So Strizer, what's he gonna find at Spacer? It's just another missiles. While Hitaka is gonna take down our ghost elephant.
The screaming ghost elephant that looks like Argus.
Though
Let's see if he gets a better pattern.
he had a medium and a slow just now, so.
And it looks like Strizer's doing the Meridia play.
Yeah, they're like, how many items? 10 to 15 items, roughly.
Oh yeah, it's a really good play if you're looking for item density.
Also, really fast play with their current item loadout, so it's not a bad idea.
If he goes right here and checks out the beach, maybe he can find something good. Oh, I'm sorry. He's at Mama Turtle first. Okay.
Yep, 3 bombs first, and no wave beams of pain and missiles.
Yeah, I would miss wave beam coming in here. That'd be about the only thing I would want going through here. And Hitaka taking him down.
Yep, he takes down the futuristic Argus. It's funny how you say that now, because you can think of the blue fireballs as the puff balls.
Right? All you need now is to be able to grapple beam them. Actually, speaking of grapple beams, Hitaka never did pick up the grapple beam. Where was it? I forgot already.
That was Paradox Cave.
Wait, so Hitaka never went to Paradox Cave. Interesting.
Yeah, agreed, now that I think about it.
Wow, and did he just pick up the ice rod over there? Wow, look at that.
Well,
That's
there goes one of the other trolley items of Link to the Past.
and space jump.
Jump!
Oh my goodness. Wow, I am liking Meridia.
Indeed, this was a great play.
Yes, this is going to make lower no fair so much faster. Plus, not to mention now, if we have one of the correct medallions, Turtle Rock becomes almost, well, it does become clearable if we have the right medallion.
Indeed, Ice Rod, Fire Rod, Red Cane. Technically, again, need to have the lantern, but these runners are very experienced, and the TR Dark Maze isn't really that troublesome.
No, not for somebody of their caliber. And piece of heart behind the booster and 20 rupees. Not going to pick that up.
Honestly, I used to think that the Dark Maze and TR was bad, but then I realized, oh wait, you just have to press the same. It's always the same button press every time. So
yeah, and as long as you don't miss your cue on it, then it's perfect. Taka taking the reset, didn't want the bombs, don't blame him. And Strizer went ahead and saved and is going to go ahead and check the left side sand pit.
in the first race, the Hitaka's routing, it was when they're routing through the pits that kind of irked me a little bit because they kept on like back through the pits and around, which wasted quite a fair bit of time. It pretty much added to the tie that happened.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that that was one of the factors. So Strizer didn't want that shield upgrade, which I don't blame him.
It wasn't really of a super factor, but I would think that was just like one of those little things that added up.
Right, yeah, because all those little things, like you say, they do add up over time. So yeah, if you spend a lot of time in a place like that. So bomb upgrade and some bombs, not going to take those, but we might be looking at a shack tool play here, just because in the air. Or make a liar out of me.
Okay, this is kind of weird. Is he noping out of Meridia for the time being?
I wouldn't see why. I mean, seems like there's still some things you can do in here. You've got the grapple beam. You might as well take on Dragon.
Maybe, well, since there's only 3 items left, he might just take the Dark Ice Rod Cave portal.
Yeah, could go through there. Or kill Kraid while you're in the neighborhood.
Hitaka picking up his Titan's Mitt.
I'm sure there's a big smile over there.
And to answer a question in chat, no, they don't need ice to get to Dragon. They have Speed Booster, which is the vanilla required item to get to Dragon and Boatoon, but yeah, it's just kind of weird not to finish Dragon right now.
Yeah, I mean, everything is available. Like you said, you can use the grapple beam to do the electrocution. You could use the speed booster to go ahead and do short charges and shine spark them to death. Not enough items to do the microwave beam, but I don't know, two out of 3 ways to kill him, other than the vanilla.
Yeah, even like missiles you can use. I've seen a lot of very fast missile strats.
Right, exactly. So let's see if we get the Kraid quick kill here. Oh, awesome. Well done.
No problem for Kraid.
No get up and dance. Stay down. And Kraid was hiding in E-Tank. That is actually a welcome sight, I would imagine.
Yep, now he's up to 6 regular tanks and I'd say 2 or 3 reserve tanks.
Yeah, I think that's right, because he picked up the one over in wrecked ship, which it looks like Hitaka is going to pick it up as well. I'm patting myself on the back for that segue, by the way.
You're welcome.
So Kraid's item through behind the metal door is just bombs.
So Kraid not really hiding anything of note.
No, but it looks like Strizer's going to make a Norfair play now. I don't know why he left Dragon alive, but you know what? We can ask him later. Do you think Dragon's just too far out of the way to really give him any attention right now?
Maybe. Like I said, the only thing I can think of is that he might just use the Dark Ice Rod Cave portal instead.
Yeah, and then go through the back way. Yeah. Well, yeah, because he did clear out all the front part of Meridia, so that does make sense. Wow, Cane of Burna.
Yeah, and he's gonna pick up the lantern just now because I spied my little eye. He got something that is red and spews red.
Well, now he's got two ways to get to Lamolus. And now that he's got that, we don't have to worry about dark rooms. So that puts all of the dark rooms in logic now.
Not that we've seen any like major items that were dark item locked.
No, because yeah, Old Man, all he had was a reserve tank. And I guess the only other dark room they had to go through was an Eastern. Escape didn't have anything, just the back of Escape. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, the Eastern was just a vanilla big key, and I don't think the big chest had anything.
Right. So picking up the E-Tank and the Heart Container over at Speed Booster, and because he's got the Speed Booster, the lava's going to go ahead and rise.
Not that'll be any problem for these runners.
No, just got to go fast. Oh, that was tricky that Hitaka did to get over that. Just a real quick spring ball. I've never been able to do that. I always fall.
Okay, it's kind of weird. Strizer's skipping out a couple of, about 4 items in Bubble Mountain before checking the wave area.
Yeah, I mean, super missiles, but why leave those behind at the moment?
He might route it back in, but you would think this normally just go do it when you're there. But then again, he skipped the Dragon, so...
Very true. Oh, it looks like he's heading back towards Bubble Mountain, so it's probably going to pick him up right now. Maybe Wave Beam is just one of those things that while you're on that side, just go get it, and then come back up here. I could see the logic of that routing choice.
And we see on Hitaka's side the proper usage of X-Ray.
Yeah. Instead of using a power bomb, you mean?
Yep. So I just noticed it's kind of funny that both runners are missing a grapple beam, but for the other game.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Because Strizer has the grapple beam here, and Hitaka has the hook shot there. And Strizer picking up a red potion.
And is Strizer skipping out on Croc? No, he's probably just gonna check Cathedral and walk, then run back.
Yeah, it makes sense to look in here first, and then come over and take out Croc on the way in. I mean, he's doing some real interesting routing, like all of the ones that you would expect. It seems like he's got a different kind of plan, which is good because I'm learning some new things about, oh, this looks like this could be faster. Oh,
Eh,
nope. Getting out of Norfair and going back to Death Mountain.
And oh, he has a lot of hearts, so that's pretty good. Okay, so
Oh,
he's gonna
yeah.
go finish Skull Woods. Me personally, I probably would have stayed in Death Mountain, see what Turtle Rock needs, and do the East Side Dark Death Mountain checks.
Right. Yeah. As it is with Skull Woods, I know it's required crystal, but at the same time, we're only talking about 2 items here. So I would have done exactly what you just said and stayed over on Turtle Rock, gone and checked the items over there, checked what the medallion was so that I'd know if I even had it. And then I probably would have just made a quick look over to Meyer and Meyer Shed and then gone into Lower Norfair from there and seeing if I've got all of the required medallions, because then I'd know how close to go mode I was. Strizer picks up his Master Sword.
In an hour and 31 minutes in.
The way you say it.
Well, it's not as bad as getting your first sword at that time. I've seen a clip of that.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how those runners would have done that.
Well, they are experienced swordless mold runners.
Oh, true. True that. So Hitaka having a lot of fun over here on Death Mountain as well.
He's gonna probably do all the Death Mountain checks now that not with that Titan's man.
Yep. Titans met hook shot. You can do hook shot cave. You can do the turtle rock check. You can do all of these things. And this is actually the play I would have done right here. I probably would have been wrong, but this is the play I would have done.
That Master Sword that Strizer picked up will at least make him think about going to Bombo's tab and get the hook shot.
Absolutely. Bombo's tablet and Ether tablet.
Oh no, Strizer already read the Ether tab and saw there's
Oh,
nothing.
that's right. I remember. Sorry. Again, memory of a goldfish.
Well, there's so much going on. It's kind of hard not to misremember things.
Oh, indeed. And I love these mirror removing blocks. I think that is the coolest thing in the.
Yes, very convenient. You can tell that the devs didn't think about some of these things, but hey, there's only so much you can remember. Like we said, remember and to think of. Oh, we got Wave Beam.
Wow, that's where Wave Beam was hiding.
And we got a Mothula fight on Strizer's side.
Flame Rod and Half Magic. Oh, quick work here.
And there you go, about 7 or 8 shots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
Wow.
We got the D. We got the D, guys.
Wow. And Turtle Rock is Ether. So we have that medallion. So Bow on Strizer's side, Ether medallion for Turtle Rock on Hitaka's side. Oh my goodness.
Barring the Pegasus boots being required for Gaddon's Terror, I believe we're in no mode.
I would agree with you, yes. Because we know where everything is.
But yeah, not knowing where boots is kind of annoying.
And not knowing if you need them. But aside from that, I do agree with you. I think we are no mode. Certainly Strizer is in that position. If he would go up and go look at Turtle Rock.
Meanwhile, Hitaka is gonna check bomb. Sorry, ether tab. Not gonna like what he sees there. Well, he
No.
might.
It depends on if Hitaka is the person that likes to put a fairy in their bottle. I'm wondering if the constant spamming of the book was his displeasure or just boredom.
Or he just likes giving us an earache. I don't know.
I like it. And a little spiral cave action from Hitaka, which we know doesn't have much.
Yeah, it was definitely a resident sleeper cave.
Are we going to get a ledge check here?
It looks like it. I imagine that Strizer might be thinking of the Smith's play, and I hope he does, because that would lead him to either Bombos tab.
Yes, because then he would take the purple chest around, realize, hey, while I'm here, and go ahead and do that. So I'm hoping that's the next look, but I think we're going to get a King's Tomb. Well, no, that's right. We can't do King's Tomb because we don't have boots.
No, we're getting a catfish check.
Yeah. Strizer didn't pick up the mushroom. That was Hitaka, right?
I believe so, because Mushroom was in Swamp.
Yeah, it looks like we are catfish, and then we'll see where he goes from there.
He might check Pyramid Fair. Sorry, not Pyramid Ledge.
Water.
Hopefully not check. No, he already checked Waterfall because that's where Glow is. But Pyramid Ledge. Hopefully it doesn't go into Pod. Ooh, that's a nice find.
Yo.
We need bacon right now.
Oh yeah. So with that, now lots of his Zelda stuff's going to be a lot faster now.
Oh yeah, a lot of bosses are gonna be mowed down with that Temper Sword, and it looks like Quake was our Meyer medallion required.
Awesome. So the thing is, obviously, we don't need Meyer necessarily, but if we did, and Blue Mail and the Meyer Shed. I had almost forgot there were mail upgrades in this game.
Well, considering NMG, any percent doesn't require the mails, I'm not surprised.
Looks like we're going to get Checkerboard Cave here next.
And it's just a piece of heart.
I think that's vanilla, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
And we're getting the Mothula fight on Hitaka's screen.
Having a tad bit of issues aiming that fire rod.
Yeah, it's not as clean a fight, but it still looks like it's going well.
And there you go, Mothula down.
And I think he'll be very pleased with that drop.
Yes, indeed. And I apologize to people in chat, especially headphone users. Not a good idea to eat while chatting, so yeah.
Well, you got to keep your strength up somehow.
Well, it's a long game. You gotta have a few snacks around.
That's right. You know, snacks, drinks, all those fun things. And Strizer's in desert now. Go ahead and using that fire rod so we can get over to Lamola's. It's a required clear, but I don't recall if they are going to have an item.
I believe they do have an item here. Strizer just missing the 0 cycle.
Oh, so close, I know. Yeah, it was an item, super missiles.
Very handy find right there.
Oh, yeah. I think, what does he have? Is it 50 or 60 now?
I believe so.
Yeah, so he's in no problem finishing out Metroid. Again, they're just kind of looking for quality of life items as far as the Metroid goes. And Strizer's still going to be looking for that hook shot, but not going in the right direction for it.
This is gonna be a problem for him. I was hoping you have done the Smith's chain. So, Chad or whoever, refresh my memory. Where was Ice Rod again?
Ice Rod was over in Meridia, if I'm not mistaken, right before the well. So it was before the well.
Yeah, I was in the water pits.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Ice Rod, and Space Jump.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the hook shot on the Bombos tablet. Oh my goodness. If he doesn't get over there and get that, that's going to hurt. Finally going over and doing the Turtle Rock check, though.
Is gonna... Okay, I will be right back. Gotta mute that stupid phone of mine.
Not a problem. So we've got Hitaka finishing up Lamola's, got that crystal. So now Hitaka's in a really good position. Could easily go back into the Dark World from here and then hit up Lower Norfair, which might be a good idea to do. But looks like we're going to get a checkerboard cave check first. While Strizer is opening up Turtle Rock, we might be looking at a full clear from Strizer on Turtle Rock. Definitely has all the items.
And it looks like that's what he's doing.
Yep. And I like this. I think this is a great play. You're here. You know that you can do it. Get it done. And then now continue on and hopefully get back around to that Bombos town. And it looks like Hitaka's exactly going into Lower Norfair. So this will be great. We get to see what's... Oh, 300 rupees. He's going to take it anyway. Might as well.
Yeah, he might need potion money, but I doubt it. So he got shield and 20 rupees at Golden Chorizo. And yeah, he's got a full fight it. He probably wants to go after Ridley.
And doing the Golden Chorizo strat, you get in real close and just keep firing up.
Yes, indeed. Get up close, avoiding the missiles being thrown at you. You get a dead Golden Chorizo. And it looks like their missile counts are very good. 110 and at least 50 super missiles.
Oh, absolutely. And on Strizer's side, having to do the around the world trip because doesn't have the hook shot yet. And getting the big key early. This is great.
Yep, big key and 2 small keys. Hopefully there's... Well, he's gonna check Laser Bridge anyway, since he is 1 or 2 items from... 1 item from no mode, technical go mode, and 2 items for definite go mode.
Exactly, yeah. He's still looking for those items. And certainly if he knows... We know he's not going to find him here. But, you know, if he does end up finding him here, then that's a big deal for him. So it makes sense to full clear here. And Hitaka doing one of my favorite Shine Sparks across. Wow, Morph Bombs. Strizer finding Morph Bombs in Turtle Rock.
That's a pretty trolly place to find them.
Yeah.
Especially the Chain Chomp room.
Yeah, if you're going to troll somebody, that's the way to do it. And Hitaka making a great use out of the worst room in the game, even though it doesn't have space jump to help out with. And just missiles in the Mickey Mouse room.
Nearly fell out after going into Mickey Mouse room.
No, it would have been, well, kind of funny. It would have been really terrible, but it would have been kind of funny.
Even worse if he didn't have that screw attack.
Oh, yes. Oh, making a little fall there, but I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, we don't appreciate how hard this is when you don't have your space jump, but high jump certainly helps.
Yep, a little bit of high jump, a little bit of wall kick on the ledges.
All right, we're going to go to Ridley. This is fantastic.
Yep, that screw attack doing its work, taking down those annoying key hunters.
Yeah, those things will kill you. They end runs, that's what they do.
Yeah, because you don't necessarily have enough health or ammo to take them down.
Let's go ahead and see what's at the power bombs of shame over here. Spazer! Nice!
Yep, we've only seen 2 beams so far, so that's a good quality of life.
Absolutely. And I think, was it Hitaka was the one that got wave beam, wasn't it?
We'll see when he shoots out a regular shot, because I think that was Strizer personally, but I could
Oh, it was it Strizer? Okay. Because it was over there by the, not in Paradox Cave, was it?
No, it was Super Bunny Cave, so I think
okay.
they both might have it, because I think they both checked it.
Okay. So that's going to be significant. Oh yeah, there's the wave with Spazer on it. Not really needing to do a lot of farming here. Got the prerequisite 30 to kill Ridley, so we'll see. Oh, and Cape for Strizer.
Yep, nice. Another safety item. Not that he's gonna need it too much, but then he's probably not gonna get that bottle from Bumper Ledge.
No, not with 16 hearts, he's not going to. And so far, I haven't seen a single super miss on Hitaka's screen, so this might be a pretty straightforward.
Yeah, he's been locking down Ridley into Pogo strats. So but it looks like he did miss a couple, maybe. So
Oh yeah, it's possible. Maybe he hit the tail instead. Pick him up! Pick him up!
Ridley, and then now that he's dead, oh, there's a Bomble's tablet, Bomble's medallion.
Oh my goodness, Strizer with that. So useless medallion, but definitely a nice pickup. Considering they still have to do Ice Palace.
And another single rupee, so this dragon isn't very good at hoarding.
Wah, wah, wah. At least it wasn't the single arrow. That's almost like an insult.
Indeed. Especially since they only have silver arrows, so it's not really the last arrow required to kill Ganon.
Oh, yeah, certainly. Yeah, I'm surprised that neither one of them actually found the silver arrows yet. I'm going to be really amazed to see where they are, because that's the other interesting thing. If I remember correctly, silver arrows don't actually have a logical hiding spot.
Nope, they could be anywhere. I mean, you could probably find it in Ganon's Tower Big Chest for all we know.
Yeah, that's downloadable content, right? We don't ever see that.
No, the only time you really ever see it is an entrance rando.
Right. And Strizer getting ready to finish off Trinex here. Excellent.
Try next to zero next.
I like that. and getting the compass, but also getting the crystal. So that's got to be really comforting to know, hey, we've just beat this one, so we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Oh, we found our fourth sword. It's just in the fireplay
Oh.
room.
So that means chances are Hitaka is going to go ahead and find all 4 swords as well as Strizer as soon as he gets down to Norfair.
Maybe. The thing is that Catfish is kind of out of the way.
Yeah, good point.
And Meridia is a lot closer. I'm fully expecting for Hitaka to go to Meridia right now after finishing off Lower Norfair. Then he'll be pretty much in go mode.
Yeah, actually, that makes sense. He's going to have to look around Meridia, but if he finds that ice rod, then absolutely.
Because, yeah, the Lower Norfair exit pretty much pops you out very close to Meridia. Nothing in Frankency.
And making quick work of the key hunters on the way out, the ones that will totally take your.
And it looks like Strizer's going to go for the Spike Cave check.
We saw that, didn't we, earlier?
I don't think we did, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're right, because Hitaka doesn't have cane or cape, I think. And just a bomb upgrade. Not worth it. So Strizer must be thinking right now, where is that hook shot? And like you said, if he just goes and does the blacksmith chain, he will have it. Oh, I hope he's not going to dip Meyer.
Yeah, me too. I'm hoping he goes straight into Lower Norfair, because that seems to be the better play.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's definitely the better play.
Yeah. Go into Norfair. There you go.
Meanwhile, Hitaka's just gonna check the Bubble Mountain and check those things. Did Strizer check the upper left side of Bubble Mountain when he left, or?
I think because he ended up going to Wave and then coming back and checking upper left side.
Right.
And I don't think there was anything in there. I think it was the red potion. Was it red potion? I think it was like money and.
Yeah, it was red potion, not red colored green potion.
Right. Yeah.
So would it be safe to say it's still, even though Hitaka's one boss above, would you say it's still an even race at this point?
Oh, absolutely, because you've got Strizer still looking around for hookshot, and Hitaka has not yet been to Meridia. Could easily miss that ice rod, and would actually lose out on the ability to get Turtle Rock completed. The other thing, too, that Hitaka has going against him is Space Jump. He just doesn't have it yet. So that's going to be a little bit of a slowdown for going into Meridia. So, I mean, he's going to find it in Meridia, but he's still, if he tries to go clear Dragon before looking for it, that could be a problem.
I don't think so, since they were in the watering holes, which is before Dragon, just right after the entrance to Meridia. So I'm fully expecting to find both items.
Oh, I hope so. I've seen people not, but I really hope so.
You know what? Actually, he'll definitely get the ice rod, whether he'll get the space jump, which was afterwards, that's a different matter.
Yeah, because if he sees ice rod, then he'll say, "Oh, I'm done," and then he'll go. Not realizing that his good quality of life item is right next door. and opting to go ahead and get that cane there.
Nah, you never know. You might have issues with Laser Bridge and the roller room.
Absolutely.
And I don't believe there was a small key on Laser Bridge. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing one. But Hitaka also picking up his lamp, so that's a good thing for him. I think at this point, if he doesn't go to Meridia, I'd be really surprised.
Based on that save, I have this feeling he's going down to Croc. I hope I'm wrong.
It looks like he's heading over to Ice Beam. I forgot, he hasn't done Ice Beam yet.
Neither runner has actually done Ice Beam.
Vanilla Ice Beam?
I'd rather have vanilla ice cream, but okay.
And just an arrow upgrade. So Strizer's making his way over to Ridley. He's going to have to farm a few super missiles before he goes in.
Yeah, because, well, he might have enough regular missiles to pick up the slack, but it's not ideal.
Right, exactly. And if he, goes in there, yeah, I mean, he's got 100 super missiles. Just makes the fight a little long.
I think he made 100 regular missiles.
Did I say that wrong? Oh, Hitaka's going to go ahead and give us the Croc play.
I was worried he was going to do that. When I saw that save, I knew it. I just knew he was going to go to Croc.
I don't know. I kind of like this. I mean, granted, he doesn't know where Ice Rod is. He's still looking for the beams, possibly. If Croc has him, then he's going to do his end game a lot faster.
That is true.
And it really doesn't cost him much in the way of time, given the loadout that he has. Although, yeah, he's just swinging there.
It's more the case that, for me, Croc is kind of out of the way, and you already have all the items to do the necessary bosses and dungeons, so I would kind of prioritize the necessary bosses first. But then
Yeah,
again,
especially tournament. You want to go as fast as you can. So taking your time out to get to Croc, yeah, probably not the best.
this is on the way, so it's not the worst of routing.
True, and the Croc escape is actually on the way out anyway. But if you don't find something here, you're going to kick yourself later.
Yeah, that's a few minutes down the drain.
So I'm hoping something awesome down here. Like an unnecessary E-Tank.
I'm kind of hoping not, then he'll just reset and go back to that save he made.
Yeah, actually, that would be good. There's Ice Beam. Like I said, something awesome like Ice Beam. Now he gets charged and he'll be good.
Or Plasma.
Plasma would be nice at this point. But I have a feeling he's going to hang on to that Ice Beam.
And it looks like Strizer got his Butter Sword.
That's going to make the Ganon fight a little faster. Strizer still doesn't have access to Swamp Palace because he needs the hook shot, which was on Bombo's tablet, but he can still go do Ice Palace in the meantime.
Hopefully that remind him of the Bombos tap going to Ice Palace.
I would hope so. I mean, it kind of makes sense. It's like, oh, Ice Palace. Oh, fire. Yes, Bombos. It tracks in my book. But then again, unless he's really doing the whole Smith or actually going back to Desert for some reason, it is kind of out of his way. I would think to probably see him go do Ice Palace first and then start looking around for that hook shot.
And it looks like we're getting a croc play on Charizard's side.
Yeah, again, it makes sense. You're looking for. He knows he's looking for the hook shot right now. And he'll be rewarded with the Ice Beam.
Hitaka deciding to go for Ice Palace play.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to try Ice Palace first and then probably track down to Meridia after that.
Indeed. So while we're here, it's a 2-hour mark. Please follow these runners. I just posted the links in chat. Also, please follow my co-commentator Phoenix Talon and my tracker, our tracker, Mind of Me. Don't follow me because I don't stream. So yeah.
If you want to follow my Twitch, all you're going to find is a link to my YouTube. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. And Strizer, he's going to go ahead and pick up those missiles, which, why not?
Yeah, a little bit more comfort, just in case you miss a super.
That's right. And so, still not an item yet at Ice Palace.
Ice Palace, one of those dungeons you want to go mode because routing around here is such a pain, especially if you don't know the Ice Palace bomb jump.
Oh, absolutely. And then also, if you don't have a hook shot, that can be a little bit of a pain if you go the other way.
And if you don't have the Cane of Samaria, that's especially the worst.
You've just labeled all of the terrible things that happened to me when I was young playing this game.
Oh, I've done the same thing. I didn't really have that much trouble routing, but I was playing it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like most people would play. So it was a pain to beat this dungeon before getting into this Cane of Samaria.
And great bomb jump there from Hitaka. Going to go ahead and hook shot through because while you're in hook shot mode, you don't take damage.
Indeed, you'll see the runners doing the same thing in the Ganon fight.
Wow, 2 full magic drops.
Not that he necessarily needs it with the half magic, but those are good things to find in Ice Palace.
All right, Strizer picking up his Ice Beam.
I'd still rather have ice cream, but
I'm more partial to the chocolate ice cream, but vanilla's pretty good.
Yeah, I like chocolate though. I'm trying to remember what my favorite is these days.
So I'm wondering if Strizer is going to make the Ice Palace play. It does make the most sense. It's probably the most logical play given the position. And he might even be thinking, hey, what if Hookshot is in Ice? So we might be looking at a full clear of Ice Palace from Strizer. And there's the big key for Hitaka.
I just thought of something. I'm kind of worried for Hitaka being so close to Meridia Portal. If he doesn't check, if he just beats Dragon but doesn't check those watering holes afterwards.
Oh my, that would be a terrible scenario. But at that same time, the only thing he could be thinking at that point would be Ice Rod, Turtle Rock. So I'm kind of hoping that's not the direction he's going. The problem is we've seen it so many times in these seeds that it does make sense. And the silver arrows in the ice palace, in the room above the big chest. Looked like he was trying to set up for a bomb jump there, but doesn't necessarily need it.
Yeah, it just makes things a little easier.
Finding a small key in the big chest, that's going to be very helpful to know.
Yeah, like if you need to use that safety room to get extra magic.
That's right, yeah. It doesn't look like he's going to need it with half magic and almost, -4 hearts. He's going to be fine.
Plus, he still has that bottle of green goo that neither runner has used yet.
I don't expect we're going to see that. Now, if it was blue goo or red goo, yeah.
Strizer was about to make the Ice Palace play, but he changed his mind. Is he doing what I hope he's doing?
If he's going into the Dark World and checking the Bombos tablet, then yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't go into Swamp first. That would be, and then check Bombos. That would be so heartbreaking.
Well, he wouldn't be able to get very far. I mean, he could check all the items in it and find out the hookshot's not there. But he wouldn't be able to clear it. No, he's going somewhere else.
Oh, I know what he's doing. He's saving his portals so he can go to Meridia afterwards.
Because he still has to kill Dragoon. Or
Actually,
Dragon.
He's going to Meridia right now. Okay, that actually does make a lot of sense too, because he can kill Dragon and then go to Ice Palace straight afterwards.
Right. Actually, I like that. And it looks like Cold Stare going down. Yep, nice fire rod work.
We got some burnt cotton candy. Okay, I think we should stop with the food puns.
I'm just wanting some cotton candy and chocolate ice cream now.
Well, it doesn't help I'm snacky on chips, so yeah.
Oh, and I can totally smell the pizza that's downstairs.
Well, we have been seeing some pizza farts around, so...
That's great. Oh, Drake, you're gonna want that.
Yeah, you're gonna want to have plasma. It's just sad that he...
It's sad he doesn't have Charge Beam, because he would have everything then. He's got 2 components out of the 3 needed for Microwave, but I think it looks like he's going to just go ahead and Shine Spark him to death. I am surprised we haven't seen Charge Beam yet, though, this whole game.
Indeed. The only 2 places you're not going to find Charge Beam is behind Ridley, because he's hard logic required for that, as well as Ganon's Tower, because there's never going to be progression for Super Metroid and Ganon's Tower.
Right, right. Oh no, I think Hitaka is doing the backdoor Dragon play, which is fine if he goes and clears the front end of Meridia. But if he thinks this could be...
Yeah, this could be so brutal.
And Strizer finishing off the fish.
Technically a shrimp, but it's a type of fish.
Jumbo shrimp. Either way, good eating.
I had shrimp and chicken last night for dinner.
Shrimp and chicken. Hitaka thinking twice about that plasma beam too. I think I would do a double take. That's not exactly a place you'd expect to find it.
Well, it's still kind of French vanilla-ish since it's in the right dungeon.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right dungeon just before you have to kill the boss.
And only a big 20 behind Platoon. What is it you doing, Strizer? Oh, he's just running back the other way.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get out of here and say goodbye to Meridia here in a second.
Nope, he's going to Plasma.
Oh, you know what? That's actually a good play from his chair, I think. He might even find something good there. So Hitaka trying to do the electrocution strat.
Yep.
And getting it.
Yep, we got some electrified shrimp here.
We got shrimp salad, shrimp paste, shrimp crackers, shrimp gumbo.
I haven't watched that movie in forever.
Right. All right, so what is plasma? Let's find out. Just an E-tank. Still worth it. I think that's enough for stand-up glitch now. A comfortable stand-up glitch.
Nah, they only need 7 for stand-up.
Well, then you know what? He's in really good shape. He can take a few hits of ketchup. Oh, he doesn't have charge beam.
Yeah, that's what I was about to mention, so no stand-up.
Oh, that's a bummer.
No charge, no stand-up for you.
No standing. All right, so Hitaka, you need to full clear Meridia.
And it looks like he's doing that.
Oh, that's awesome. He heard me. Oof, oof, oof.
Strizer, in the meantime, is gonna go back to the back door.
Yeah, that makes sense. Keeps you in the dark world, gets him closer to the Ice Palace. You can just mirror out and then warp back in.
So Taka's gonna find out the pits were, well, the pits.
I see what you did there. Gonna go for the shield upgrade? No, I'm getting out of here.
I'm a little surprised he didn't do the matcha thing, the save and then save and quit and then reset.
Might be looking to do the entire front end of Meridia though, because he's kind of doing it backwards.
You're right. If he does that, he's in very good shape to get his go mode.
Yeah, and I just hope that he hangs around for space jump. Because then we could get baby skip.
That is true. Though I will admit, from what I've seen, they haven't really been able to get the baby skip. I could be wrong from yesterday's game, but I know the first game they both opted to not do it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on how much health you have. It might just be faster, depending. But with Ice Beam, he's going to make short work of the Metroids. And he's going for the short charge to get this item real quick. I think, what was it? Yep, just money.
Yep, money at is that Main Street? And then Crab area was missiles.
That's what it looked like, missiles, yep. So I think we're going to get to see it. So hopefully. Gonna go check Mama Turtle.
Yeah, he's gonna find that his items kind of blew about 8 times over.
Yeah, answer chat. I don't know why Strizer hasn't checked the tablet yet, but the thing is, it hasn't been in his normal routing to do it so far. There's been nothing that really suggested the blacksmith. So, and I think when he had the chance to do it, he didn't have all the items to do it.
Yeah, because he picked up his Master Sword later than Hitaka. And who won game 2? That was Hitaka.
Right. All right, here we go. Ice Rod.
So at 2 hours 15 minutes, Hitaka is in, well, technical go mode.
And he is deucing out of Space Jump. He's not even going to go look for it. He is heading for Turtle Rock.
And the only reason I say technical go mode is because you don't know if that big key in Gannis Tower is going to be on the Bob's Torch.
Yes, if it is on the torch, then boots are required. The good news is we know boots are not in Super Metroid.
Well, you don't know that since we didn't check Shack Tool for one thing.
Oh, you're just mean. That's just mean.
Well,
Big key on torch, boots at Shack Tool.
I believe that's the only place we haven't checked. Is Shack Tool, and Strizer was pretty much the closest to checking that.
Yeah, and then ended up not doing it. So, yeah, you're right. But Hitaka is definitely hightailing it over to go ahead and do Turtle Rock.
And to answer your question, Chad, charge can be at Golden Chorizo, but it can't be at Gannis Tower.
So now Hitaka is going to go ahead and go mode Turtle Rock, which actually doesn't change the routing too much. But it does mean that he's not going to check things like Mimic Cave and that sort of stuff.
Which will save him a bit of time, but he might if he really wants those boots.
Right, because if he is still looking for the boots, then yeah, that could be a deal.
And Turtle Rock in Go mode isn't that much different in normal. The only difference being that if you can skip Laser Bridge.
Yeah, and I still can't remember if we found a small key on Laser Bridge or not.
Pet is dead. To answer your question, Chad, it was just a full heart. Or as I call it, it's a pedestal.
I like that. Yeah, because I remember he had 2 small keys going in this way.
Yep, he had the small key in that map room, and then there was a small key in the Firelock side of TR.
Yeah, so I think that was enough keys to get him all the way through. And now with the hook shot, he doesn't have to go around the world.
Yeah, Strizer was very mindful to not make that mistake, because muscle memory being what it is.
Yeah, you always do it, and then you realize, oh, wait, I don't have a hook shot.
And then you see all the rage slashes at that mistake.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with Andy making a comment in chat about all dungeons, the only pendant dungeon we really had to was so far, I say so far, was Eastern.
Yeah, and they didn't actually. Yeah, they didn't actually full go Eastern, did they? They just like you said, they just dipped it and got what they needed and got out.
Yeah, because Armos is left. Mind you, Eastern is vanilla green pendant, which would be funny for the boots, to be quite honest. But
Vanilla boots. All right, Hitaka picking up his morph bombs. Probably not going to see those get used. The good news is with the ice beam on both of them, they'll both be able to pull off the Zebetite skip.
well, they do have speed booster as well, but the speed booster Zebetite skit is a lot harder.
Oh yeah, it's impossible for somebody like me. I've seen it, and I could not understand how they pulled it off.
Yeah, something like 3 or 4 down taps just after you exit the door.
Wow, nice avoidance of the anti-fairies on Hitaka's screen there.
Yeah, those anti-fairies can be pretty annoying. I've seen a clip where they were just like all of them were uniformly synced horizontally, and like you couldn't pass by them at all unless you had powder.
Oh, that's insane. We got a Bombos use by Strizer on Cold Stare to get him out of his icy shell. See if he can go ahead and keep him in the corner with that sword and fire rod if he uses it. Oh, wow. Butter Sword made quick use of Cold.
Yes, buttery, very buttery, quick cotton candy kill.
So, so we have fried shrimp, buttered cotton candy, and vanilla ice cream. This is great. You get to get fat watching this live stream.
Oh yeah. Let's see where Strizer goes. I hope it's not inside inside swamp and goes to Bombos first.
Go Bombos, go Bombos. He looks like he's setting up a Swamp Palace play. But he could just as easily, go down and go check Bombos.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's Bombos first, then Ice, then... Oh wait, he's checking Pyramid Fairy.
Oh, you know what? I don't have a problem with that. I mean, other than the fact that it's the wrong direction, it actually does make good sense. You've already got your 5/6 crystal. Why not? Go see what's there. You earned it.
Meanwhile, Hitaka got the God TR. He doesn't have to check Laser Bridge at all.
No, it's perfection. He just has to go kill Trinex now.
And doing a map check for some reason, but okay.
Canceling the item in Metroid. I do it all the time.
Sorry, just kind of laughing right now because read the comment in chat.
That's great. Yeah, actually, the pizza that I have downstairs isn't even mine. Wow, Trinex is just about down. That is so fast, even with the Tempered Sword. Wow, yes. Great kill.
Yes, indeed. So that's 7 Crystal Dungeons down. Don't we have a little bit of a game to play?
I'm seeming to think it has something to do with numbers. And this is a tournament, so we need to actually start this in the chat.
Yep, Jen, right about now.
There it is.
So we
So,
have 22 locations where the Ganon's Tower Big Key can be. Please put your numbers in chat. If you have subscribed or donated 250 bits, you'll be put into our little guessing game to be put in our leaderboard. So what do you usually choose as your number?
well, I chose 10 last seed, and I got it right. I chose 7 this last one, and it was 2. So I'm gonna go with 5 this time and split the.
I'm always a troll. I always pick, as much as we want 3 for the torch, I picked my usual tile room guess of 22.
Ooh, you're just mean.
And for Strider side, he's checking pod. It's like, oh no.
Oh, that's not what you want to see. There goes 1. It's missiles. 2 more missiles. And no key, so can't continue. Must go on to the left side. Oh, thank goodness it's a small key on the torch. So it's not 3.
So now we are on full-on go mode, so we don't need to look for those boots.
No, boots are not needed.
I'm just kind of sad that Strizer is going the wrong way right now.
4 is arrows. 5 is another small key. 6 power bombs. 7 another small key. Wow, there's no shortage of small keys in this one.
All the small keys.
Yeah.
At least within the chests.
So looks like my guess was wrong. You might be there with 22.
I know I've won like twice with the 22 guess, though one of them was kind of funny in that I was angry that the runner did the tile room before the 22 guess, yet somehow I won.
Oh my goodness, really? I wonder how that works out.
It goes to the next closest guesser.
Okay.
Let's see. So 8 was just missiles, so nothing going there. Going on to 9, which is the fire snake room.
Nine.
9 was our big key.
All right, so who had 9?
Let me give a few seconds to catch up on chat. And our winner with the closest guess of 11 is Smiling Indian 989. Congratulations on your guess.
All right, Smiling Indian 989. Congrats. That's a great guess.
Yeah, nobody guessed like 10 or 8 or 7. And looks like the technical winner would have been Delilah. If I'm reading this right, I'll have to check chat. But unfortunately, you haven't donated 250 bits or subscribed to any of the Speed Gaming channels. Speed Gaming Vanilla at 2 to 6. So unfortunately, it can't be put in our leaderboard. So now Hitaka going into the Gauntlet of Pain, of increasing pain.
And he's a little low on hearts, so we'll see. Hopefully he can get through without taking too much damage.
He does still have a red potion, plus there is that anti-fairy just before Landmo 2.
That'll probably be where he ends up getting a refill.
Those Staffos and previously trolling him because of the conveyor belt. The Zazax, not so much. here with the ice, not too much of a problem either.
Yeah, usually the ice is where I have all the trouble. Ooh, be careful, Hitaka. Down to 2 hearts. And there we go.
Yeah, he's gonna take that safety at the sacrifice of being able to kill his landmills because it changes its pattern if you obviously power that anti-fairy.
Right. But with the silver arrows, that's actually not a bad play. It's still just 1 hit. So Strizer did end up finding the boots, but yeah, they're useless, but yeah, you don't know that going in.
Yeah, now unfortunately he's checking the bonk rock locations.
Yeah, that's going to lead him into a whole nother chain that he should actually be on the other side of the map.
No, with his routing right now, he might he might do the Smith's chain.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it looks like he's heading down into Kakariko, so we might see it. Yeah, into the Dark World he goes.
Yeah, there's nothing else he has here on this side of Dark World, so it has to be the Smith's chain.
Absolutely. So, and he's probably thinking that too. Is like, wait a second, there's a few things that I don't have, and I didn't go check this. In fact, he might even be thinking that the Smith has the hook shot.
I'm just hoping he doesn't flute directly to the front of the dam and flutes to Link's house first, just so he can get to that Dark World portal.
Ooh, yeah.
And meanwhile, Hitaka's still opening chests for some reason.
I don't know. What do you think he's looking for? Space Gem? Or Butter Sword?
Maybe, but these runners are very experienced with Tempered Sword, which is the normal for NMG. And oh god, both dungeon items were at the top of Ganon's tower. Oh, come on.
That's crazy.
So, hey, do you want to know where they are? Where Agdam is and how this dungeon layout is? First you need to find the big key, and then you can find them both at the top of the tower.
I mean, realistically, if you were an evil boss, you would hide it at the top of your tower, not at the bottom where everybody could find it.
That is true.
Although most buildings have directories at the bottom too, so, logic. Really clean Agdam 2 fight. I mean, as we're talking here, he's making some great angle choices.
So I see a 1, a 2, a 0, and there should be a 1.
Oh, excellent. Wow, that was a great Agdam 2 fight. And here goes Strizer with that purple chest, so that's fantastic.
And he fluted to Link's house, which is good, because now he can route in the purple chest and then into Bobbles, and then he'll finally get into go mode.
Absolutely, and then once he does go ahead and get that hook shot, he can go and do Swamp Palace, and then he'll be very happy to go mode Swamp.
Yeah, because nobody really likes to do Swamp unless it's go mode. I know Hitaka did that earlier.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here he goes. This is the move we wanted to see on Strizer.
And in 2 hours, 34 minutes, and 24 seconds, Strizer is in go mode.
All right, excellent. Chad says next Mother Brain will be shooting onion rings because Ganon was talking about burritos.
Well, Ganon, the fandom or the Super Metroid speedrunning community has made all of the Mother Brain's attacks into fast food item.
Absolutely. Ketchup and everything.
So Ganon asked, "Did you find the silver arrows in Ice Palace?" Yes, indeed. Here they are.
Yeah, let me show you
Sort
some
of.
of them.
Well, sort of. He didn't miss that one shot. He also missed this torch glitch, but that's nothing when you already have silver arrows.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think I would be worried if he didn't get it when he didn't have silver. But, you know, I think he's in good shape. And he got 1 G. Let's go ahead and get a G in the chat for Hitaka. Just one, though. Oh, good. He remembered to save and quit.
One save and quit, and a hard reset. We're back in Super Metroid. He's gonna refill at the ship, maybe do a save as well, but I doubt it.
You know what? He might save just because he's there.
I see a few runners not saving. They'll do the refill, but not do the save part.
No, you called it. Because, you know, the Tide run that they did, you know, he has no way of knowing where Strizer is. And that every second does count.
And he has a very good ammo count, 140 missiles, 70 supers. He's well on his way to beat Mother Brain.
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I mean, you would think he was playing 100% run with his.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And I do like how the randomizer already takes care of the statue for you. But you know, if you stay in that room, it'll actually still activate.
Yeah, I just noticed that a couple of days ago, actually.
All right, here he goes, straight into Turian.
And that ice beam is so helpful against these Metroids, because power bombs take forever.
Yeah, what is it, 3, 4, something like that?
3 power bombs per Metroid. So it's
Oof.
best. So it's best if you have to use power bombs is to group them together.
Right, and Metroids never do what you tell them.
Yeah, pretty much.
They would make really bad pets. Mommy, mommy, the Metroid ate the cat again.
Then we all know how good of a mother Samus might have been to that baby Metroid.
Well, I don't know. First chance she had, she gave it up.
True.
And killed all of them.
That is also true.
So it looks like we're going to try for a baby skip anyway. And nope. That was a good valiant effort, though.
And Taka turning off a couple of things, so he has an easier time doing baby skip. Oh, sorry, not baby skip, Zepatite skip.
Yeah, I think if you have a screw attack on, you can accidentally blow up some of those onion rings.
Really?
And Strizer making his way up to the top of Death Mountain. He's going to go ahead and start GT here in a
I thought I already beat Golden Chorizo.
That's good. You almost got me with that one. All right, get the skip. And too easy.
So here you go. Time to break the glass with however many missiles.
Wow, made it look easy.
Yeah, the turrets didn't give him any issue.
All right, Mother Brain Part 2. Here we go.
Meanwhile, Strizer's starting his Gadget's Tower.
Yeah, not going to find the big key on the right side, but definitely going to find it on the left side.
So let's see, we are at McBrainies, we got the ketchup bean, we got French fries, we got tater tot balls, whichever way you want to think about it. I don't think I saw any onion rings though.
No, you know what? I don't think we did get any onion rings. And Hitaka's taken a lot of damage so that doesn't have to wait as.
Though he could have gone down to the meme missile number, but oh well.
Could have. Here's baby. I just imagine the Metroid thinking of something like, "Get off my mom!"
Now I get you. Now I got it. So meanwhile, Strizer is gonna be getting his getting the big key right now in the fire bar room, or rather, fire snake room.
Yeah, already thinking about the bar, aren't you?
Nah, that's my trip for tomorrow.
There you go. All right, so now that Strizer's got the big key, heading up to the top to go face Agnum 2. And the poor baby dies. And a very angry Samus with an overcharged hyper beam is about to show you why you don't mess with the bounty hunter.
Especially when that bounty hunter is the Chozo's chosen protector.
Oh, yeah. I'm tired of your ninja pirates and your stupid everything else. All right.
Hitaka is getting tired of Mother Brain's crap.
Definitely tired. And here we go with the escape. I anticipate a very quick out.
Yes, indeed. One of the things that kind of stalled Hitaka on his climb in the first game was because no speed booster, so you couldn't boost your strats.
Oh my, yeah, that was definitely bad. But
Yeah,
no problem for this here.
yeah, the climb was a bit troublesome for him. Like the wall jumping got a little troublesome, and then at the very top, he accidentally fell off the platform, going a little too far right because of nerves.
Oh no, that's terrible. You don't want to see that.
And instead of those wall jumps, aforementioned wall jumps, we got the speed booster. Now, next question: save or kill?
Oh, absolutely save. Yeah, no question. Go do it, Hitaka. I'll think less of you if you don't. Oh.
We knew that he wasn't going to do that. He doesn't want to risk another tie.
No, absolutely
And
not.
there we go. So, 2 hours, 44 minutes, and 49 seconds. Hitaka has won this race. Get your GGs in chat for Hitaka.
GG, Hitaka. Wow, way to go. Wow, what a fantastic run that was. That clinch item definitely was the hook shot.
Yeah, just Strizer never really had a good reason to go down to bombos.
Yeah, and by the time he had a good reason, it was already too late.
So we'll see if we can get Hitaka in chat.
In the meantime, Strizer is getting ready to do his Trolldorm fight number 2. And no problem for Strizer.
Yeah, Strizer is getting really tired of Moldorm's crap.
At least he didn't knock him down this time.
So let's see how Strizer's Geometry Wizard is. Unfortunately, compared to the LTTBR. Oh, nice triple there.
Wow, yeah.
Instead, unlike a regular LTTPR, the boss patterns in this rando are randomized between both runners.
Wow, that was a fast Agnum 2 fight.
Yeah, that was a 3-1-2, I believe.
And, of course, you know, using the flute in the Dark World, always a thing.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
And here comes his Ganon fight. We'll see. Should be a very similar fight. He's got the same loadout. Just having the Butter Sword, the only difference.
Yeah, it just needs 6 slashes each in the first 2 phases, 4 slashes each in the next 2 phases, and then 4 arrows.
Doing the hookshot defensive strat. And getting clipped by Ganon on his teleport.
As long as it didn't drop him to a hole, that's great.
Oh yeah, that's terrible, because then you gotta start all the way over.
Looks like he's trying for the double, and he gets
It
it.
got the double, landed it.
And it looks like he's going for a double-double, and
Oh,
yes,
he got it. Wow, well done, Strizer. So 1G in the chat for Strizer.
And hello, Hitaka. GG's on that win.
Hi, thanks.
Great race, Hitaka. GG.
Sorry it took so long, but the bot gave me an invalid invite or something.
It must have been one of Mother Brain's minions.
Maybe.
So Hitaka, what do you think of that seed?
Well, to start, I got trolled by the book, and that didn't feel very good. I wasted a lot of time screwing around with, like, speed booster junk and Super Metroid, and did shovel. I think I last locationed it, actually.
No, I think the book actually came in real handy for you. because when you checked the Bombos tablet and picked up hookshot, that was sort of the deciding factor of the race.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean,
did you know it when you...
Book was required anyway to get Hammer, to get Dark World access.
Right. But what I was saying is when you got the hookshot, did you know that you were that close to go mode already?
Not really. I still had a lot of stuff left then. When I didn't even have Morph Ball when I got Hookshot.
Oh, that's right, huh? Yeah, because
what happened was as soon as I entered the Dark World by Kakariko, I went into front of Skull Woods and got Master Sword there, and that's what let me get Hookshot from the tablet like immediately when I was doing the loop around the Dark World.
Right. Yeah, that actually was really awesome when you went in there, and you didn't get the butter sword though from I forget where that was. Suryax, do you remember where the butter sword was?
Yeah, that was Catfish.
Catfish. Yeah, you never did the Catfish play, which was fine. So it saved you some time though.
Where were Boots?
Pod.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't required to get it, but we were kind of worried. We said technical go mode.
Yeah, because there can always be that big key on the torch, like in the GDQX run.
Oof,
That was a
right?
good one.
Yeah, that is never fun since Boots can pretty much be anywhere.
Yeah, and as it was a good thing you didn't need them, or you would have had to go all the way back and try to find.
Yeah, that would not have been fun. Although Pod probably would have been one of the first places I looked. That was one of the highest item density spots left.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Your routing was amazing during this race. Just the way you said, okay, I can go here, I can go there, and it was almost like not only were you following the logic, but it was speaking to you on a personal.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't hear the whispers from the game, but it just kind of worked out that way. Although I spent a long time looking for Ice Rod, I was getting a little worried about that.
Yeah, I want to
Did you get
say
Baby
that.
Skip?
No, he did not get Baby Skip.
Oh, he almost did.
Yeah, almost.
yeah, he missed a shot somewhere.
I think that one block just stood in his way, the upper block there. He's going to choose to do the Crystal Flash instead, though.
But yeah, I was looking for Ice Rod for a long time and was getting a little worried about that because, you know, when Ice Rod's your go mode item, it can be literally anywhere.
Oh, yeah. And Space Jump was just to the left of that over in the well.
Oh, okay. I don't think that even would have saved the time it would take to go over there at that point.
No, probably not. We were wondering if you were going to keep looking for it or if you were just going to, as soon as you got Ice Rod, said, nope, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
and
no,
that's
I was done because I think, let's see. I made a note. I got go mode except Ice Rod at like 139. And so it took like 40 minutes to find it or something, which doesn't feel good, but you know.
At any time, how were you thinking about that tie that you had with Strizer before, and how did that factor into some of the plays you were making?
I mean, something like that is like super incredibly unlikely. So, I mean, you can't really get into a mindset of thinking like, oh, I can't spend like 1 second on grabbing this super missile because then I might lose by or tie or something. I mean, that's basically never going to happen again, probably.
Yeah, that was the only time I've ever seen it, and that was incredible even then. So we never did find Charge Beam. I don't think anybody did.
Yeah, Charge has been elusive these last few games. I think I never got it, and Strizer only got it in the first game, the tie game, where it was at GT Missile.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and today it was extra stupid because I had all the beams, accept charge, so that wasn't very useful.
Yeah. We weren't sure if you guys were going to do Crockmire, but both of you did end up making the Crockmire play and finding that ice beam.
Yeah, Croc it's a little out of the way, but he seems to have stuff, like, more often than he should.
Yeah, it's going to be that one-off type item because he's not really required. So
Yeah. But if you do the rest of Norfair and then Orphan Croc, it's kind of a slow trip back there, so...
yeah, because if you don't do them and then you are missing, let's say, boots, you're always going to wonder, is that where it is?
And also, you can do a thing where if you save in Business Center and then Croc has nothing, you can reset and like immediately you're back in Business Center and can go on your way. But
right, and we saw you take a save over there.
Yeah, I decided to keep Ice Beam though, just because.
Well, it's faster than 3 power bombs per Metroid, right?
Yeah, it would. I figured it would mitigate the time loss a little bit. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll find Charge Beam and it'll be useful against Mother Brain, but of course that never happened.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, if you never need anything useful, you're not going to find it.
And right now, Charge Beam can only be like Shack Tool, Meyer, or the rest of GT.
Yeah. I saw someone in chat mention it can't be in GT.
Oh, right, it's, yeah, that was, sorry, not the rest of GT, because it's because they consider anything that's progression, Super Metroid cannot be in Ganon's Tower.
Oh, that's right. It's in Logic for Ridley or something.
Yeah, Sarah UX, actually, you're the one that was telling me that.
Okay,
Yeah, and I forget about it just now. Oops.
That is what I was looking for on the top of GT, because I forgot about that, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we weren't really questioning what, you were opening for chests. I mean, because technically you could find, Gold Sword up there, you could find a whole bunch of other things that might be useful. But we were still like, oh, I wonder what he's looking for.
Nah, I wouldn't have opened anything if I had remembered Charge Beam can't be in there.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have saved you much time, though.
Though it was kind of funny finding both the compass and the map at the top of the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have a chuckle over that. So it looks like Strizer's making his way out right now.
Yeah, not having too bad of a climb. Also, how does it feel having speed booster to do the final climbs instead of having to do wall jumps?
It's nice. Definitely more convenient.
Oh, this chat is mentioning if you're planning to rewatch this, you might want to watch this on an empty stomach.
Yeah, we had a lot of food comments.
Ah, okay.
We had many talks of vanilla ice cream, pizza, onion rings, ketchup, french fries, fried shrimp.
And looks like Strizer is saving the animals.
He is saving the animal. You know what?
Oh,
Good for you, Strizer. Even chasing away the last little Atacun. Hey, when you know it doesn't matter, you might as well do it, right?
It looks like he'll still get a sub 3, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Still a great time.
Yeah,
I think
all of your matches were sub 3.
Yeah, I was about to say both of us got sub 3 in all 3 matches, so that's pretty good.
All right, let's get a GG in there for Strizer. Yeah, we'll have to thank him for saving the animals.
He didn't stop his timer again.
I'm bad for that. I fat fingered it.
GG, Strizer.
Thank you.
GG.
And thank you for saving the animals. You're my new hero.
if it doesn't matter and it wasn't going to cost me the sub 3, there was no reason not to. I might as well, right?
That's right. See, but still a great run. Still sub 3 and fantastic showing from both of you.
Thank you. GG to Hitaka. I knew when I found the hook shot, and especially when he finished when he did, I was like, okay, he found that early for sure. He had it, and I assumed that he had a different go mode item than myself.
Yeah, mine was Ice Rod. I looked for it for like, I got bow at like 139, and then that was Ice Rod was the last thing I needed, and I found it like 40 minutes later or something.
Yeah, that's a gross feeling. That's absolutely terrible to feel like you're on that. And I felt like that for Hookshot as well. And, you know, I was to the point where I did Ice Palace and mirrored out after I got the small key. And I was like, you know, I don't feel like it could be here. And then dove into Pod and found the boots. And I was like, well, I think my only hope at this point is if the big key happens to be that 1 in 22 and maybe he didn't dip in and he's back on the lookout for boots or something.
Yeah, Hookshot's almost as bad as Ice Rod because that can be pretty much anywhere except like back of Swamp and Hookshot Cave.
Yep. And it can even be that first chest in Hookshot Cave when
Yeah.
you have the boots. So I sighed because I've actually had that happen to me once. And when I found the boots, I was just like, don't tell me.
It's a terrible location.
Yeah, no, most definitely. It should never be there. Similar to Hammer never should be in the first chest in Swamp, but it's happened to me as well.
Oh, that's even worse.
I mean, execution-wise, I felt really good. I got the reverse mock ball out of early supers, and I think it's only like the second time I ever hit that. And my Ridley fight was good. Like I felt like my early game was really strong, and then as soon as I felt like I was wandering looking for those last items or like last item or two, it's getting bad.
And you're right. It was perfect. I mean, both of you had perfect execution the whole way through. And it just came down to just finding that one last item for either one.
When did you find the book?
I feel like I felt I feel like I found it fairly early on because I made an initial trip into desert. I ended up double dipping desert. I feel like I made it in that first kind of pass and Link to the Past and decided to go down there before returning to Super Metroid, if I'm not mistaken. But
okay, I went to Super Metroid first and got the Moon Pearl, and then like did a bunch of stupid stuff like Shine Sparking into the Gauntlet, and I think I got booked at like 40 minutes and last location did or something. So that felt bad.
Yeah, Moon Pearl was not nice as well, having to dip down into there and just find, like, I was getting to that last item location. I was like, all right, well, if it's nothing good, at least then I can just reset. And then I found the Moon Pearl. I was like, ugh, now I have to climb back out.
And actually, Hitaka, I was going to talk to you about that Shine Spark through Gauntlet. I love that trick. I've seen it a couple of times, and I instantly knew what you were doing when you tried it. And I'm sure a lot of people were like, oh, yeah, there you go. Because you can get in, it's like impossible to get out, but it's a good knowledge type of thing. So that was
did you do the horizontal one in?
Yeah. Can progression be in there like if you couldn't get out otherwise, like could Morph have been in there?
Right, exactly. And you never know.
Is that possible, like in the logic?
Yeah, it is actually, because all you really need to get in there is speed booster and screw attack. And Morph Ball could easily be sitting right.
Or alternatively, I think 10 power bombs in lieu of screw attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you would need Morph Ball.
Yeah, but you could find Morph Ball in that same section.
Speaking of Shine Sparks, did you like what I did to the game when I went down through Parlor and down to Terminator?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
I forgot that happens if you just Shine Spark through the blocks and just go straight through the door without resetting the camera.
Yeah. Oh, you guys were putting on some amazing stuff like that. And it's like, oh, man. I couldn't believe some of the things you were pulling off. I couldn't believe it.
It was also the closest I've ever gotten to Baby Skip. I cleared all of the stuff, and then once I realized I'd cleared all the stuff, I was like, oh, I've never actually done this successfully. How do I finish this?
That's great. That's like, I did it! Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, no, it was the I did it moment followed immediately by the what now moment.
That's great. That's great. It was such a joy to watch this race and this series. So incredible. You guys are amazing and putting on such a spectacle for everybody. Yeah, you definitely should be proud of those times and the way you guys did it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, and GG again to Hitaka, and good luck in this I guess semifinals, and then hopefully onward.
I think we're still
put on, I think, a good show. It's going to be something to watch.
Yeah, I hope
Are we still waiting on one more race before we find out who your competitor is, Hitaka?
No,
or
I'm against Aussie next.
Oh, you are against Aussie. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just happened to commentate a race with him racing earlier today, and he was putting on quite a show as well.
Yeah, he's really good. He's definitely one of the favorites to win the whole thing.
I saw that trick that he pulled out with the speed section, and he destroyed the blocks off screen and then just like ran through them or whatnot. That was
crazy. The PLM overload thing. Yeah, that's really funny.
How do you even do that?
It's so disgusting. When I saw that in the Discord, I was just like, wow, that's a thing.
I would have done that this race if I didn't still have to check Cathedral.
I did the same thing. I doubled out Cathedral when I went back.
So basically how to do that is it has to be going from right to left on the Frog Speedway, and I think there's one other place, and you need to have wave plus spacer or plasma, and you just shoot up left just so much that it overloads the game and then you can walk through the walls.
Yeah.
But you can soft lock doing it.
Yeah, if you go too slow, I mean, if you just hold left while you're shooting and then you run through, then you'll be fine. You have to like intentionally stop in the middle to get soft lock, but it is possible.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
And because there's quite a few restrictions to doing that clip, plus it's not really out of bounds, it's considered a minor glitch, so it's usable in this tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting.
It's unfortunate that you can't do that anywhere where speed is blocking an item. Like, if you could do that in waterway or something, that'd be great.
Yeah, that could make that a lot faster. And you wouldn't have to run across there.
Especially without gravity.
Yeah, because I mean, you can get through there without gravity, but it's slower, a lot slower.
Yeah, but I mean, if you could like get the item without speed booster by doing the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I see where you're going with that. Yeah.
Although, you can get that item without speed booster if you do a really, really dumb thing and get Blue Suit off Dragon and walk all the way over there like Aster did earlier in the tournament.
Oh my god.
Okay, why?
Because speed booster was at Lumberjack and he wanted to check that without doing Aghanim.
Oh.
That's great.
I love about the randomizer though is it just gives you an excuse to do and see all this extra stuff that you don't normally see in vanilla games.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I think unless you guys have any other comments or questions, we can go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Just thanks again to all of the admin and all of the staff for Speed Gaming Tournament, etc. I hope you guys have a great night.
Thank you very much, Strizer and Hitaka. And give these two a follow. Definitely follow them on Twitch for more awesomeness. And there it is in the chat below. So definitely give them a look and follow the rest of this tournament as Hitaka moves forward to fight against Aussie. So we're looking forward to that. SerioX, do you know the time frame on that next one?
On the next race?
Yeah, when the next tournament race is.
I have the schedule up. Nothing scheduled next yet.
So to be determined.
Yeah, because I think nobody knew who their opponent was until like tonight. So.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Well, either way it goes, keep watching the schedules and stay tuned for this. because this is going to be an awesome tournament, as it's already been an awesome tournament.
Yeah, we're gonna have a very fun top 4.
So with that said, definitely give Hitaka and Strizer some more GGs and some follows. And SMZ3, my co-commentator, and Mind of Me, our tracker. And from everyone at Speed Gaming, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. And it was a great time.
Yes, indeed. So just to go through the schedule, please also follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Right now we have on Speed Gaming 2, we have a Link to the Past Rando Fall Tourney. It's going to be all dungeons open with randomized swords, but the 2 kickers, it's expert mode and key sanity, so you might want to check that out. Plus we have on Speed Gaming 3, the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly, where it's all dungeons required, but it's swordless, so you need to find that magic rod.
Oh.
So yeah, and with that said, for the runners, for myself, for Phoenix Talon, and Mind of Me, see you next mission.